Right, example number 4. Y is equal to sec squared x, and we want to differentiate that. So it's sec squared. Now, from our formula sheet, we only know the derivative of sec, but let's write that down anyway. Derivative of sec x is equal to sec x tan x. Okay. Now, normally when we've got something like, if it was like cos squared x, we would write it as cos x all squared. So I'm going to do the same here with the sec. I'm going to write that as y equals sec x all squared. Okay. Now, if I go to apply my chain rule, like I would do it higher, and say, right, my derivative, I bring the 2 to the front, and I take 1 off the power. But I also multiply by the derivative of what's inside the bracket. Now we've now got sec x inside the bracket, and the derivative of sec x is sec x multiplied by tan x. So I'm going to write that down. So I've got sec x times sec x, which is sec x all squared, or sec squared x. So I'm going to write that down, 2 sec squared x times tan x. And I'm going to just leave it like that. Again, it's starting to get a wee bit more complicated. You know, it's not just that the derivative of the function here isn't just a number that you're multiplying by, it's a complicated function. So you might have wanted to do it the other way. Okay, so just write that down again. Right. So if I let u equal the sec x part, that gives me a much simpler function of y equals u squared. Right, I'm going to differentiate this one first because it's nice and easy. dy by du is just 2u, and du by dx, well, I'm trying to differentiate sec, and we know it's sec x tan x. Okay, so I bring up my formula. Dy by dx is equal to dy by du multiplied by du by dx, which gives us 2u multiplied by sec x tan x. And I know that u was sec x, so I get 2 sec x. Already get sec x here, tan x. And you can see we can write that as sec squared x. Which takes me to the same answer as I had already up here. Okay, so again, it's your personal preference. You might want to jump between the two methods. I would certainly maybe recommend this method, as it does get a wee bit more complicated and you're less likely to make a mistake.